There are 5 love languages that people use to express their love to others as well as their love to themselves. If you don't know your partner's love language, you will never be able to build a happy, conflict-free relationship. Whatever you do to show your love to your partner, they will not feel loved. Not because they don't appreciate you, but because you are speaking in a wrong language. Imagine if your partner tried to tell you I love you in Mandarin. Of course, if you do speak Mandarin, this example doesn't work. But if you don't, you would understand that something is being said, but the message would not be received. Same happens if you and your partner are speaking in different love languages. Today I'm going to tell you what these languages are, why are they so important for your relationship, what are the self-love languages, and how to understand which love language is yours. Hi there, my name is Alena, welcome to my channel. Here we talk about all things feminine, self-development for women, career tips, and of course, relationships and love. If you're ready to level up and tap into your divine feminine, stick around and let's get started. The 5 love languages are words of affirmation, gifts giving, acts of service, quality time, and physical touch. Knowing what each of them means, what is your primary love language and what is the primary love language of your partner is crucial to the happiness and success of your relationship. To understand just how crucial it is, let me give you a metaphor. The child has a pet fish that lives in an aquarium. Of course, we as adults understand that this is the correct environment for the fish, but the child is too small to realize that. He thinks that if he is comfortable in a warm, dry room on a soft carpet, then so will be the fish. He does not want to harm the fish, he honestly loves it and wants to show it, so he takes the fish out of the aquarium and puts her on the carpet. I leave the result to your imagination. Just because something is good for you and that's how you wish to be loved and cared for, doesn't mean that the same works for your partner. For them to feel loved and cared for, you need to show your love in their way. Otherwise, you're pulling the fish out of the water. You can use the love languages in your relationship in 3 important ways. To show your love is the first one. Also, you want to avoid doing certain things related to your partner's love language. For example, if your partner's love language is physical touch and you are someone who physically withdraws during an argument, this will hurt them in a profound way. So you want to be aware of these sensitive points, otherwise they will be a source of constant conflicts and tension. And the third way to use the love languages in a relationship is for open communication about your own needs. If you are aware of your own love language, you can tell your partner just how you want to be loved and cared for without them trying to guess it. The first love language is words of affirmation. Someone whose love language is words of affirmation perceives love through speech. They need to hear that they are loved to feel loved. That easy? Not quite. Preferring this love language means that the person perceives reality in the form of words, written or spoken. They are extremely sensitive to words. They will only feel beautiful if you tell them they are beautiful. They will only feel accomplished if you praise them. If your partner's love language is words of affirmation, you shall make it a habit to express your feelings verbally. Don't forget to frequently tell them how much you appreciate and love them. Compliment their looks, praise, and encourage them via speech. Also, be mindful not to hurt them with words, because this is something that will stick with them. Even if you gave them 10 gifts but never said I love you, they will feel neglected. Avoid verbal criticism or hurtful comments at all costs. A good tip is to send them loving text messages or love letters so that they can reread them whenever they want it. And if your love language is words of affirmation, make sure you ask your partner to do that for you. Number 2. Gift giving or gift receiving. Everybody loves receiving gifts, sure, but for people whose primary love language is gift giving, gifts hold a very special meaning. It's not about value or utility of the gift, it's about the thoughts and feelings behind the gift. By the way, if your partner's love language is gifts, it's a bad idea to try and buy them with gifts. As with any other love language, this is something they are very sensitive to, so throwing at them meaningless gifts will hurt them in a very profound way. Same goes about the useful gifts. Vacuum cleaner is not an exciting gift. It's not for her, it's for the house. but I'm trying to make her life easier. No, you're trying to make her chores easier. Ladies, same goes for giving guys shower gels, razors, socks, and so on. Important to note that gifts on mandatory holidays will not be enough, although lack of those will hurt your partner a lot. So how to express your love through gifts? If she loves flowers, for example, you can make sure she always has fresh flowers in her home. You can out of nowhere bring her favorite dessert or buy something that she really wants on an especially hard day to cheer her up. Same goes about all genders. My husband, for example, always tells me I don't need any gifts. And that's because nobody expressed their love to him in such a way before. I can see his face lit up every time I prepare a thoughtful gift for him. For the next holiday, instead of one mandatory gift, prepare a few items that they will like, hide them around the house, and prepare a treasure hunt map. This will turn the gift giving into an exciting experience, prepared with love and care, instead of something you're just mandated to do. Our next love language is the acts of service. Acts of service is something you do for your partner to care for them and make their life better. Important, you shall do it without being asked and without asking them to repay the favor. If it's a favor from your side, it's not a language of love. You must be happy to serve them. You must do it out of desire to care for them, and then it becomes the act of service as a language of love. First of all, you shall stick to your promises and fulfill your responsibilities without them having to remind you about them again and again. Such people are very sensitive to breaking one's promises. Your "I forgot" will turn into "I don't care" in their head. Secondly, taking on some of their chores, especially on hard days, will mean a lot. Take care of the dishes after the dinner. Go grocery shopping or prepare a meal for them to feel loved and cared for. Another important thing is to do little loving acts of service from time to time. Bring a cup of coffee to bed for them, or plan a night out for your next date. It is crucial that you don't guilt trip your partner for the things you did for them, because next time you will do something nice for them to feel cared. Instead, they will feel uncomfortable, which destroys the whole purpose. If your love language is the acts of service, it's important to communicate it to your partner in a positive way. Avoid phrases starting with "you never" or "you always." Instead of hearing you, they will feel resentful. Instead, use this formula: "I will feel so loved if you," and then describe what exactly you want them to do for you. Next, quality time. If somebody's love language is quality time, it's crucial that you not only spend time together, but that during this time your attention is directed towards each other only. In this case, spending all day together while busy with your own things or watching a movie together on the couch will not be enough. To feel loved, such people need to see that you are engaged, that you are listening to them, that you are focused on them. Many partners, especially women, complain that they never spend time with their partners. This is often misunderstood. He thinks, "We went for a party at my friend's house, we took children out, we saw a movie together. What is she talking about?" Well, she's talking about looking into each other's eyes, listening to each other, exchanging ideas, aspirations, and thoughts and feelings. She's talking about engaging into activities that are interesting to both of you, instead of just chilling on the couch after a long day. If your partner's love language is quality time, you must make sure that you spend regular dates together, and being on the phone while in front of them is a big no-no for you. The worst thing such person can catch you on is being distracted. Like, "What did you say? Can you repeat that?" This will make them feel so unimportant, as if you barely even notice their existence. If your love language is quality time, be proactive. Don't wait for your partner to arrange a date, do it for your couple. Set up the rules, remind them to put their phone on silent, and so on. Number 5. Physical touch. This love language is very important for people who perceive reality through touch. These people are very tactile. They enjoy swimming, dancing, bubble baths, spa, massages, all the pleasures related to physical touch. That's why for them to feel loved, they need to be in physical contact with their partner. And we are not talking only about the intimacy, even though, yes, it will be very important. They need to hold your hand, to kiss and hug. They would love to put their head on your shoulder in the cinema. Obviously, physical rejection is something that hurts these people and makes them feel abandoned. For example, if you are someone who doesn't like expressing your feelings in public, you might reject your partner when they want to hold your hand in public. This is a big mistake. They will not understand your embarrassment in front of other people. They will feel rejected by you. So be aware of this. It really doesn't matter what other people think. What matters is the safety and happiness of your relationship. If your love language is physical touch, be open about it with your partner. Let them know that you require cuddles and holding hands, and be proactive about initiating the contact until they learn to do it for you. Our next part is the self-love languages. I discovered this concept when I was looking for ways to express the self-love, to practice it. It seems that self-love is just a feeling. It either exists or doesn't, but it's also an active practice. You need to express it, just like you express your love to your partner. So how do you show self-love? If you ever tried sitting in front of the mirror and saying into your face, "You're amazing, you're destined for great things," you know just how stupid it makes us feel. And that's because, just like with the love for your partner, you need to speak with yourself in the correct love language. If your love language is the words of affirmation, you need to focus on positive self-talk. You can also try various written self-help techniques and practices like the love letter or the winner's list. I have over 30 such practices in my self-development advent calendar. The link will be in the description. Apart from that, you need to focus on building your own support group, people who encourage and uplift you, and communicating with your loved ones that you require occasional praise and verbal encouragement. Yes, telling others what your love language is an act of self-love. If your love language is giving and receiving gifts, buying for yourself little treats every now and again will be a game changer. What I often do is I just scroll through online shopping websites and add things into my cart for later. This gives me shopping experience without having to spend money in the moment. I don't know if it's weird. Let me know in the comments if anybody else does it. If your love language is acts of service, these are the things you do for yourself to make your life easier. Order cleaning instead of doing it yourself, or get takeaway food instead of cooking. It's also about taking good care of yourself, eating well, sleeping good amount of hours, taking your vitamins, allocating time for rest and hobbies. Which brings us to the quality time as a love language. To express love to yourself through quality time, you need to allocate time for your hobbies, for things you just enjoy doing, even if they seem impractical. Dance classes, drawing, reading, whatever hobby you postponed until later. Another tip I absolutely love is taking yourself out on a date. Terrifying for some people, but life-changing. Go to movies or to a cafe, have a long lunch along with yourself. I go to self-dates to bookstores. When it comes to physical touch, we are talking about things for your body. This is skincare, spa, massages, bubble baths, wearing fabrics that feel nice on your skin, putting lotion on your skin, wearing nice perfume, and so on. Part 4. How to identify which love language is primary for you. You can take a test that I left in the description to this video. It's very quick and easy, and you will get the result to your inbox. Another way is this. First of all, think about your senses. How do you perceive reality? Through sight or hearing or touch? It's very easy to understand this if you notice what you are saying. If you say, "in my point of view," a lot, or "I saw somewhere," even though you read it or heard it from somewhere, then sight is your primary sense, and then maybe gift giving will be your important love language. If you are "I heard" kind of person, even though you saw it or read it, you always say "I heard it from somewhere," then hearing is your primary sense, and maybe words of affirmation will be your primary love language. Tactile people with physical touch as a love language, they feel things. I feel instead of I think. Secondly, ask yourself, what do you need your partner to do for you to feel loved? Is it frequent "I love you," or hugging, or kissing frequently, or receiving gifts, or doing things for you, or spending quality time together? Of course, nobody has just one love language. You might identify 2, 3, and that's okay. The most important thing is to communicate it to your partner in a positive and loving way. Thank you for watching this video. Give me a thumbs up and share in comments which love language do you think is yours. Send this video to your partner so that they can learn about the importance of love languages too. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.